Hello everybody, how's it going? So today I just wanted to take a little bit of time and talk about some of my collecting and channel goals moving into 2025. 2024 was a really big year for my life with a lot of big changes, and honestly at the start of the year 2024 I thought I was done doing YouTube. I thought I would never do this again. I was limiting my social media presence. I actually, at a certain point, downgraded my phone to a flip phone because I just did not want the noise of social media for a little while. And then I wound up buying a house, and a lot of good came out of that. And through becoming a homeowner, through just figuring out that this is really what I wanted to do, and this is what I've always wanted to do, is make videos and entertain people. I started taking things a little bit more seriously. As of about October, November, I've pretty much been 100% in giving this my all because it's something I take seriously. Video production is something that's always been very important to me. From the first time I was getting on camera, trying to entertain. From the first moment I could upload a YouTube video, I did, with my first shitty camera phone. I've gone to school for video production. The editing and the video production itself, putting everything together and creating my vision, that's what I've always wanted to do. That's always been very important to me, and having this channel, being able to fulfill that in some way. For a while, I gave up, and when I started back on YouTube, things were rusty. I had to, kind of figure out the flow again. It had been a while since I had done anything like that. And I think I've gotten to a point where my videos look really good and I'm proud of them. I love watching them. And a lot of work goes into the videos I make, particularly the out and about type stuff. There are a lot of little cuts in there. And I don't know if people necessarily can realize how many little cuts I put in there to make that look as fluid as it does. And I speed up the footage as well, just because I think that's more aesthetically pleasing. But I like what I'm doing. I'm proud of what I'm doing. I am proud to put my name on it, my stamp on it. But I know I can do better. I was trained in Adobe Premiere, and currently the PC that I have and the laptop I have are both just very old, just cannot run the best possible software. And so my first goal that I really want to achieve, probably the most expensive goal of the year that I want to achieve, will be upgrading our PC so that I am able to make better videos for you guys, and I can just be more proud of it and maybe make that process a little bit less tedious, because currently I'm doing everything on my phone. Except for my microphone, which I have hooked up to a Chromebook, but that can't run Adobe Premiere or anything like that. I don't want to go through the process of trying to do that. I know there are ways around, but I really don't want to do that. I would rather just get the best of the best that I can. Although I love it, so I have no problem doing all those little cuts and taking all the time to make sure everything is absolutely perfect. I'm just using a free software on my phone, and I push that thing to the absolute limit of what I can do with it. A lot of the times the app just crashes on me because I'm just making so many little cuts. I mean, that stuff still happens with Adobe Premiere, don't get me wrong. I definitely lost a lot of my projects back in the day, but I definitely I know I'm capable of more, and I want to bring more because you guys have brought so much to me, and having this channel has just brought so much to me and been so important. I know I'm capable of better. I've always been very proud of my editing abilities, and so yeah, I definitely top goal for the year. Get a new PC and start using Adobe Premiere again, and I'll probably have to do some, tutorials and kind of, get back in the swing of things, but I'm sure once I get back into it, it will all just come back to me, even though it's been like a decade at this point, but it's neither here nor there. I'm a pretty fast learner, and I think I got this one down. So, moving into my next goal, and this is more of a collecting goal. So, I want to read more and buy less. So, I have a lot of books to be read, and in 2024, I definitely think I went a little overboard with buying new titles as they were coming out and sinking a lot more money into like variant covers and extra little things like that than I should have. And there are a lot of purchases that I regret. I think I did make a lot of good purchases, and there were a lot of stories that I really enjoyed reading as they were coming out, but there were a lot I could have waited on, and so I want to start waiting more for things to come out in trade again. That's kind of the way I used to be. At the start of 2024, I actually started reading No Man's Land, and just over the course of the year, having other things come out that were taking my attention away, I still have not finished that story. I'm good chunk through the first part. I read Road to No Man's Land, and then I'm a good chunk through the first omnibus, but then there's still a third omnibus, so that's one of my top reading priorities. And I have a good chunk of Batman, so I definitely think I should just kind of hone in on what I have and get to reading it, because that's the way that I like to collect. I've always just liked to collect for reading's sake, and so I like the occasional variant cover. Sometimes something comes out that just really, really speaks to me, and I really want to have that art, but a lot of the times you can find these for cover price or even less down the line. So there isn't much that I'm going to rush out for other than like maybe some of the Ghost Machine stuff that I'm reading and like some of the Absolute stuff from DC. And I want to focus on just picking up stuff that I'm reading and reading the stuff that I already have and kind of making that more of a focus. And another goal for the channel is I want to do more live streams. I really like getting on live and interacting with the community, and I think honestly I do a lot better in a live stream format, having people to bounce off of as opposed to just sitting here recording a video by myself kind of awkwardly. So that's something I want to do a lot more of. I tried out kind of like a news segment sort of show, and I want to kind of take that format and put it in a live stream so that I can have, the chat to bounce off of. People can give me updates on certain things, if a new story breaks and I didn't catch it, someone can let me know. We can all just kind of bounce off thoughts, theories, whatever, but I think that would be really fun, and I want to get this community together. I have been honestly overwhelmed by how positive the reception has been to some of my live streams. You know, I was expecting maybe like 2 people to hop in, so it's really cool seeing the people that pop in, seeing all the names that I recognize and some that I don't. You know, that's what we're all here for, is just to share our passion. I had a lot of people say in my streams that they love how DC centered my channel is. Honestly, I was kind of worried about that. Starting the channel, I was kind of worried that me being like strictly a DC collector might kind of niche me off a little bit too much, but I think that is honestly helping more than it is hurting. I think people really like hearing what I have to say, and they like that I just collect what I want to collect, and I'm not chasing after like spec. I'm not going crazy buying all these big keys and overpaying. Like, I'm out there looking for a deal. You know, I don't have any big books that I'm chasing, really. Like, the biggest thing I really want to get this year is a Batman 635, the first appearance of Jason Todd as Red Hood. That's a book that I really want, and it's not that expensive still, you know, around like $100 book, depending on condition, a little more, a little less, but you know, I want to find it, get a deal on it, something that, you know, I don't feel too bad about paying. So really, that's like the only book that I'm seriously looking for. Anything else, I just want for reading material right now, at least, you know. Like, there will be time. I'm still young enough. There will be time for me to acquire some of these bigger books, but I kind of just want to, you know, take this time when I'm young to experience reading as much as I can. I love to take in as much media as possible from all different eras. That's why, you know, I love collecting Silver, Bronze Age. I want to read more Golden Age stuff. I want to get more into reading indie as well. I want to check out some different stuff outside of my comfort zone, you know. Obviously, I started from Batman, the DC universe, and kind of, you know, worked my way through there, found the characters I like, and so, you know, with the Ghost Machine and how much I've really liked some of that stuff, I really want to check out some more independence. Those are my goals. Just keep trying to improve my video quality. You know, I want to spend less, read more. I want to go live more, and I want to be more active with the community because I really appreciate this so much, and from the bottom of my heart, really, I can't say it enough how much I appreciate everyone who supported me so far, and it really means the world. Like, this is really all I've ever wanted to do, was just to make videos and be myself and entertain people in some way. You know, I don't know what 2025 is going to bring, but I think it can only get better from here, and I'm going to do my best to keep getting better, make sure my videos are better, as good as I possibly can make them, and I really, really hope that you stick around and you continue to enjoy what I do, and yeah, it means so much. Like, this is something I never thought I would be able to achieve, and I spent far too much of my life holding myself back, and so, you know, a lot of those years that I was away from YouTube and the internet, I was just not proud of myself, not happy with myself, and today I'm proud of the person I am, and I think I have some value to share, even though I am young. You know, I have my lived experience, and I think that's still valid, and I think that, you know, a lot of people really appreciate hearing a bit of a different perspective in the collectibles space, in the comic book, pop culture space. And, you know, some people might look at my channel and think that this came easy for me, or, you know, maybe assume things about why, but what those people aren't seeing are the years of work that's been put into this, that everything I've done in my life up until this point has led me to where I am right now, even if that's through, learning video production, through, just little things, little mistakes I've made that have shaped me as a person. And I really waited until I felt like I was ready and like I was proud of the person that I had become before putting myself out there, and I think that was definitely the right choice, and I think that it's paying off in the long run that I waited until I was ready. And for any smaller content creators out there, people who are still trying to reach that 1,000 subscriber mark, I just want you to know that your time will come, everyone's time will come, if they put in the work for it, if they're ready to really commit to it. And that's what happened to me. I realized that this is what I'd want to do. I would be wasting the opportunity if I didn't fully commit to this. And so that is the main goal, is fully committing to this channel. And I've already been in it. I've been putting in a lot of work, and I've been receiving a lot of wonderful feedback in that time. And so I just thank you so much. I really, really appreciate everybody for giving me this opportunity, and I'm not going to waste it. I did not expect things to go as well as they have so far, but I think that's really a testament to just how much I've grown and how far I've come. And I think people can see that. People can see that, this is real, this is genuine, and this is what I love. This is what I've always wanted to do. And as soon as I saw a path to that, I knew I had to take it, and I had to fully commit to it. So that's where we're at. I'm someone who, I've given up on a lot of things in life, things that were important to me, and I'm just at a point now where I don't think I can do that anymore. I can't waste any more time. I feel like I've wasted so much of my time, so much of my 20s have been wasted, and I still do have a couple years left to go. I will be turning 28 this year, so we are reaching the late 20s, I guess, and I feel like I definitely wasted a lot of years and made a lot of really dumb choices and held myself back from my true potential, and I'm never going to let that happen again. And now having this channel is kind of a way to hold myself accountable as well. So again, I just want to thank you really for making my 2024 a year that started off not that great, probably the best year of my life. And I've really had an awakening, I guess, since starting this channel. And it's really just, it's helped me in a lot of things I was struggling with in my personal life, and just getting over a lot of anxieties that I had about putting myself out there, and just about being too critical of myself. And I think it's good to be very critical of yourself, but sometimes it holds you back from doing what's important. That's all I want to say. I've been rambling a lot, but it's kind of what this video's for. Just a little chit chat between us. So, let me know if you have any collecting goals, if you have a YouTube channel. I'm sure you've already made a video on it, and I've probably watched it, but either way, let me know if you have a personal goal outside of collecting, just something that you really want to accomplish this year. Let me know, and let's just have fun talking about comics this year. Peace.